Somebody, even American legislators, somebody like Ilhan Omar, who lies in public about the condition of Indian Muslims, it should be made public that she will not be allowed to enter the country. When statistics are wrong, then you can make an argument that, say, 250 million farmers protesting. No, they should nail them on these things, right? And it may sound inconsequential because it's not true. Everyone knows it's not true. It, but the
Well,
point
everyone
is, you
in
can.
India knows it's not true. It's very hard for somebody in the US to contextualize that number because they just believe there's tons and tons of people in every image that they see, hanging
Yeah,
out of the trains and all of this.
yes,
So they just imagine a large number, and that large number can be 250 million. So
exactly. It
yeah.
could be 250 million. It could be any number. They could have put any number. It works for their audience. But when it's written by somebody who is in India, that organization should be penalized because it's not true. And I think that when it comes down to opinions, as I said, anybody can express whatever views they want as long as it's not inciting violence. If they find something that's basically lying about a social situation, they can turn around and the government can say that this is inciting communal hatred.
Mm.
They should cancel their visas based on this.
Do that though. They definitely don't do that. They
No, they
I
don't.
don't
They
think they
don't.
will ever participate in this exercise, in such an exercise.
They can do it, right? I'm saying that why not? Because if they actually are inciting hate on the back of fake news that they're pushing, then there are grounds to expel them from the country. Um, Now there needs to be a watertight case for this, and they need to be put through the difficult process of dealing with the Indian judiciary and the courts, and to understand that if you lie openly and you try and incite violence using your articles, there will be consequences.
Mhm.
Um, but when it comes to broader geopolitical sort of narratives and what think tanks do, they are so many of them are subversive. But there needs to be a conscious decision at some point that we don't want them here. For example, Carnegie was told to leave Russia. Now
Source was, uh,
that's
Source was prevented from entering Hungary. So.
yes, exactly. There should be a list of people who have been engaged in activity which has been subverting the state, and those individuals should not be allowed into the country. Even American legislators, somebody like Ilhan Omar, who lies in public about the condition of Indian Muslims, it should be made public that she will not be allowed to enter the country. Why not? People who are openly hostile towards India, you're not allowed to come until we decide you're allowed to come in. There's absolutely no reason why uh, there has to be a counter narrative that you push back against this. Journalists who have been actively lying on the ground and putting out false reports. If they're deported, their visa is cancelled. It sends a signal. People will continue to say India is no longer a democracy, right? It's not going to change anything. At least you can protect your own interests. And these things, there should be a particular case where the public can see. This shouldn't be, oh, the government is saying that the person has written something which we don't know, or like it's not explained. It needs to be explained properly so that the public sees this is what they've written, this is the consequence.
That
So
makes yeah.
I think that makes sense because otherwise you can't have it as an opaque sort of thing where with arbitrary decisions. So